What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital, and we are back for another Premier League review show. I've got the boys in the building. Steve, the Aussie Gooner, he's happy this week. Last week, not so much, Steve, but this week he's ready to go. Rami, the forgotten man, is back in the house. He's got the right kit on too, the right colours, not like some other people off camera.
We should.
And then, of course, KG in the building. Welcome, boys. Welcome to another Premier League review show. Hope you guys have been well. Yeah, you guys all right or what?
Yeah, man.
Steve, you're right. Steve, you good? You're looking a bit edgy there, mate.
Bro. 3 points in the bag, bro.
In the bag. Yeah. Okay. Let's start off.
How you going, Butch? What about you, Butch? We never ask you how you're going, bro.
Yeah.
How you going?
I always ask, what's going on, guys? And no one's got a reply for me.
What's going on, boy? Tell me.
What's going on, boy?
Whoa,
3 and a half years.
To go for 30 minutes, man. What have you done here, bro?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Look, I'm honestly asking how he's going before we
I'm
start.
all right,
the
bro.
episode. How are you feeling after the weekend?
30 minutes is not
Comment
enough.
below if
Tell us
anyone
it's
gives a
pain.
shit about how Bonche's going.
No one cares. No one's been caring for 3.5 years, bro. No one cares. They're not going to start caring now. But I've been good, Rami. Thanks for asking, bro. Thanks for asking.
No worries,
you know what I
man.
mean?
No
Not like some of these other guys that don't give a shit. They only ask for the pay at the end of the week, these blokes, you know. But look, let's get into
Who's getting paid?
I'm getting paid. Are you getting paid? I'll sort something out for you. It's all right.
But look, let's get into the first game of the round. The pre-drinks, Arsenal and Newcastle. Steve, your boys had to bounce back after that defeat to Liverpool last week. A little bit shambolic from your boys, but you guys had a good run coming into that Liverpool game. And look, Arsenal United, we don't really have the best of games after international break. And I think we both copped in the same week, in sync like always. We cop 4, you cop 4, man. We lose, you lose. But look, this game, I know your Insta videos told me otherwise, but I think you guys did well, especially if we just look at the first half to begin with. What do you think of the lineup and just the first half performance, real quick?
All right. The lineup, I was a little bit disappointed I didn't see Tini, and it wasn't because we needed him, but I want him for United. But it's fair and square. I was surprised Aubameyang started when they were going to bring Odegaard in. I thought Lacazette would have done a better job, to be honest. I think he deserved it, but unfortunately, I'm not the gaffer, and he makes the calls. The first half performance, you know what I mean? I wasn't too impressed, Borchi. We've got a team like Newcastle that's on the ropes. It's a team we should be beating. I mean, we are their Liverpool, if you think about it. And it looked lackluster, it looked lethargic. The build-up play was slow. They were playing as if they had all the time in the world. Now, I know they did because Newcastle sat back in their third and just pretty much defended all friggin' pretty much the first half. But I wanted to see a bit more when it came to our attacks. I wanted to see a bit of build-up play. I didn't want to see my left back and right back having to take shots, if you know what I'm saying. And I wanted to see my boys up front actually do a job. And the first half I wasn't too impressed, to be perfectly honest. I mean, you saw it.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I think you guys didn't do too bad, to be honest. Like I was telling you, bro, you got to know your level as well. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, look. Can't start.
You got to know your level. No, but look, to be honest, I thought you guys, look, Newcastle were always going to sit back. We know their game plan. I don't know with Eddie Howe now. They haven't really changed much yet. Maybe they're waiting for the window to see if they can bring some players in. I thought you needed to be patient, bro, because they say Maximin was playing DM at times. He was that deep.
At one stage, yeah.
And then Callum Wilson Callum Wilson was just hanging about the center circle there. But it's like you guys needed to be patient. You had a few chances. Obviously, the Lacazette one where he maybe should have scored, but just who had that header? Was it Emil Smith-Rowe?
You talking about the Aubameyang one?
Yeah, Emil Smith-Rowe. It was a good save by Dubravka. Yeah, it was a good save by him.
Yeah.
But I think you guys didn't do too bad, bro. I honestly, like watching that half, I told you, Steve. Okay, bro, the goal's coming. The goal's coming. If you look at the game that we had against Newcastle, we had more of the possession. It looked very lackluster as well. Maybe you can say a bit more from United, but we ended up getting that goal in the right on half time with Ronaldo. But I think the goal was always coming for me. Boys, Kev, Rami, how'd you see that game, especially that first half, Arsenal, Newcastle?
Yeah, I sort of felt the same, Butch. I didn't really think. I thought Arsenal had control, right? I didn't think at any point that it wasn't going to come. It was just a matter of time. Obviously, the opposition always grows as the game goes on, and a goal's not scored. They sort of grow in confidence, or they think they're able to hold them out. But I just thought Arsenal always had the upper hand, and you just saw it. Like there was opportunities that were missed during the game. Like Aubameyang missed that one that hit the post, and I just feel like they were in control. And from an Arsenal perspective, I've been calling it for weeks now that they're heading in the right direction. Other than the Liverpool match, that was a blip in the last, say, 10, 11 weeks. But they're heading in the right direction. I thought they were comfortable, probably even more comfortable than we were in the first half of our game against Newcastle.
Yeah.
And obviously we came strong in the second half. But, yeah, I thought they did well.
Rams.
Yeah, look, I feel the same. I think I don't blame him for being like that. I mean, we'd feel the same as United because you know what Arsenal can bring you as an Arsenal fan, obviously. But as a neutral, we look back and I think I agree with the boys. You guys had total control of the game from the start. Yes, second half was a much better performance than the first.
Oh, yeah.
But in saying that, the first half, you didn't look like you were going to lose the game, even in the first half. Let's say that. But in saying that, there was some key standouts for me. Like I couldn't believe the amount. And you spoke about left and right backs going forward so much. I saw Tavares in that game all day, non-stop in the second half. He was attacking. I'm like, is this guy playing cam? Is he playing striker? Is he playing wing? He was non-stop. He was brilliant to me. It was such a shame to see Saka get injured for you guys. Obviously, he put at the back of the net pretty well. He looked dangerous in counter and transition. He's dangerous. I think overall you guys played well. You guys controlled the game. I know what you're coming from as an Arsenal fan. You look at your own team and be like, it's frustrating. Why aren't we scoring? What's going on? What's breaking down at the final third? But overall, as a neutral, absolutely, I agree with the boys for sure.
Who gave the assist in the Saka goal? Because that was a pretty good ball.
Sambi, wasn't it? Wasn't it Sambi?
No,
Tavares.
it was Tavares. It was
Tavares.
Tavares put that to him, and it was a great finish. It was a great finish,
Quality.
and
but
in the second half was a different player.
Yeah, but even just to wrap up the first half there, if we want to compare that to the United game, right? In the United game, Newcastle were actually looking like at times they were going to score. They were breaking away with Saint Maximin. They were looking like they had a lot more chances on goal. Where Newcastle against you guys, the only time they looked like scoring was what's his name? Shelby had to take it shoot from halfway, and your keeper did a good save. I don't think you had to be that dramatic. It was in that. It wasn't.
It's beautiful stuff, you know.
Yeah, it's like a FIFA. It's just for the highlights, for the highlight reel. Yeah. I mean, it didn't have to be that dramatic, but he pulled off a fantastic save. And then there was another one that he took a shot along the ground and didn't really threaten. Yeah. Like they were never breaking you guys down. And you spoke about your back line with Gabriel and Benjamin White there. I mean, they've been solid, pretty decent. All right, besides from last week. Yeah. But besides that, they've been decent. And look, like Rami was just saying, in the second half, Tavares was everywhere, putting pressure up against their literally their left back or right back, sorry. He was putting
right back.
They're right. He was putting pressure on them, which then I think they didn't know who to get. Do I get Saka? Do I get Tavares? Then I got ESR in the middle there. So they have a lot of players, and of course, I know Aubameyang's not in form, but you always have to have an eye on him as well. So there's always one or two players looking at him. But yeah,
even Lokonga was non-stop as well.
Did you want him starting, Steve? Did you want him starting in this game? Did you want Lokonga starting in this game?
No, I didn't. What I wanted in this game, and I know everyone's going to went against me, is I wanted Odegaard to try to fit in as an 8. Now, I know it's a big ask, but I wanted Lacazette and Aubameyang to start because I know he's not going to drop Aubameyang. I wanted Lacazette to start. And knowing Arteta, I said the only way we can have that happen is Odegaard to drop to an 8. So Lokonga did start. Lokonga had a good game. I'm not saying that. Hats off to him. And I'm not dropping Lokonga because of the Liverpool game. It's not that. He's a great player. I just want to see if I can try and shift Odegaard into an 8 role, just for shits and giggles to see if
you want to get Laka in. That's your.
I want Laka in. I don't want Aubameyang in. Aubameyang, God help me. He's killing
No,
that guy.
look. You know what? Me and Borche have said this maybe 3 seasons ago. I think we used to always say it like, "What doesn't Lacazette play? What doesn't Lacazette play?" We've always said it. We're like, he's an absolute when he's on form, and he can't pick up form on the bench. Let's be honest. When he's on form, he's a monster. But in saying that, we've actually always said it'd be nice to have the two of them consistently playing together so that they grow a partnership. Yeah, they need to grow apart. Imagine the two of them as a striker partnership in this day and age. Now it's always an individual 9. Imagine having two of them up front, partnered up, ripping it up. You have 2 amazing strikers that you're not using together, which is shocking. But look, I saw on your socials the Martinelli coming on with some effect. It really was a big deal for you, wasn't it?
What does he have to do, massive. Steve? What does he have to do to start, brother?
Is this show PG?
Don't worry.
In the Aussie Gooners channel, it's freaking R-rated. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, parental guidance is fine here. Parental guidance, don't worry. You can say whatever you want.
I saw your reaction to Martinelli. It was a big deal for you. It was a big deal for you, obviously.
I've been calling for it. I've been calling for Martinelli to start for a long time. The guy has got goals in him. And what I love about him, guys, is he cuts in. The bastard cuts in. He doesn't do a crappy little run like Saka will do and roll the ball to his side and just jockey it over and then pull to his left, which is predictable. This guy just wants to go at goal. And if he gets an opening, he's going to take it. And the thing is, I don't know if it's cocky or it's that Brazilian in him. He doesn't care if he has to take a shot. He doesn't care where he'll take a shot from. He's got the balls to do it. And in this game, it felt like he came on and he had something to prove because he hasn't had a look in. He came on, scored a great goal.
It was a good ball by Takahiro.
Takehiro's ball in, there was a very nice ball over the top, and he's just come in and he's just gone.
And look, there's nothing else. To be honest, there's nothing else he could have done with that shot. What he did, he had to do. It's like straight over the keeper. He had great instinct.
Saka had a similar chance in the first half from Sambi, and he didn't do nothing with it.
Yeah, that's right.
This guy comes in and does
quality goal.
But if he takes another touch there, it's
gone.
It's gone.
Saying that, fortunate in a way that the keeper didn't come out as quick as he should have, obviously. But in saying that, brilliant finish, unbelievable finish. First time volley of the keeper chip it.
Sterling had a similar goal just last week.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, that was a great finish too. And to see this from a player, and as well, you know what's funny? Both Sterling and Martinelli have had bugger all minutes, and then they come on and pull that kind of stuff.
Steve, what is that? Like, is he I know last year he had an injury, but like, is he fully fit this season, or is it just he can't get a look in? What's the go?
It was injury after injury, and now that he's finally getting a chance to uninjured for the squad, you've got Saka and ESR that are in form, and it's like, where do I put him? And this is a good problem to have at the moment. Now I know you guys. I'm just going to go a little bit further, and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm going to put it out there. It's a good problem to have when Aubameyang's not firing, and you have to force Lacazette forward. Because there's a big chance now. There's a chance now that you could possibly put, you could maybe put ESR more in the middle, and do you know what I mean? Use him as a number 10 and probably play Martinelli on another wing. It gives you a different dynamic. Use Odegaard using ESR in the center, because every time you see ESR, guys, and I see it, is this guy naturally wants to be in the middle of the park and not on the wing. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe we start thinking about chopping and changing, playing the 4-4-2 and putting ESR in the centre of the park from time to time, and maybe using Martinelli on either side wing.
Yeah. Hopefully he fucks it all up for the Friday's game. He puts everyone out of position.
We got that.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, what have you got, bro? You got nothing there.
Before you move on, what's when's this money coming in for Newcastle? What's happening with them? are they going? We're talking about Division 1. We're saying which club?
Richest club in the championship, bro. Why not? Steve, you got a 50 there. You got some change?
Yeah,
you got $1?
Convert the money over.
You got $1, Steve? You got $1 because we need $1 for $1 for the championship, bro. Get that Opal card ready. Tap everyone on the way out.
Need it, bro. You're gonna need it,
bro. It's bad, Rami, because like they're the only team in the Prem with no wins, 13 games and 0 wins, and that's
how bad is that?
Shocking, huh?
Like you sacked Steve Bruce. I mean, yeah, he wasn't doing anything, but maybe don't you think maybe it's the players? Don't you think the fans wanted that old owner out because he wasn't investing in the club, and now he's left with these players? Yeah, all right. Individually, you look at maybe Callum Wilson and St. Maximum will be the only two players left in terms of the whole overhaul that they might start doing. But then again, you got who's their fullback? Lascelles, what's his name?
Lascelles is a centre back.
Yeah, him. They got
a centre back.
But he's not too bad. But they also got Ryan Fraser. Ryan Fraser's been off since he's coming to the club. But they individually and obviously they got a decent keeper. But other than that, bro, like they need to spend. And the old owner left them in literally shit. And now Eddie Howe is trying to work with the players that he's got, and it's not happening. Like last week, was it they were winning and then they conceded almost straight away. It was like ended up being 3-3, and every week it's like conceding. Mate, you're not gonna get any wins on the board if you keep conceding goals.
That team's not a bottom 3 team.
Nah, that's the thing that kills me. I think everyone's got a soft spot for Newcastle and St James's Park and the atmosphere. It's just unfortunate that they are where they are. And Borch's right. No investment for year on year. And these guys, unfortunately, have got a squad that's makeshift at best.
Yeah.
Look, they've been relegated before.
I hope it doesn't happen again.
Well, you're never too good to go down, bro. We're never too good to go down.
Imagine it happen now if they got bought out.
I hope so. That'll be a laugh, bro. That'll be fun. But guys, a few games after that. So congratulations, Steve, on your win. It's gonna be like a shit sandwich because you're gonna get a loss, win, and then another loss in the next round. So, but we'll speak about that one later on. You're on mute, Steve.
Yeah,
You're on mute.
Yeah, you wrap that up real quick. I'll clean that one up. Yeah.
But the team that slapped you guys 4-0 beat their feeder club, Southampton 4-0. Liverpool on fire again, boys. I mean, they're doing it for fun. Yeah. I don't know. They're looking. It
was over after 96 seconds or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The fantasy points for Jota were there, which is fantastic for me. That's about it.
Mane missed out and Henderson missed out, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Not going to be Mane shot.
Thiago's turning up. Thiago's finally turning up, eh? He's rolling back the years. He's getting 2 goals.
Heavy deflection in, but quality.
Yeah.
He took it in.
Well, he's going to the Champions League was mad too, bro. Like the half volley kind of finish.
That's a cracker goal.
Then, we know his potential, man. We just haven't seen it at Liverpool yet, but we'll see.
Well, you know what? Let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks. Now we're rolling towards African Nations Cup. Let's just see how it turns out for those boys.
Arsenal got a lot of players going out as well, Steve. You guys got about 5 players going in Africa Cup of Nations. Maybe that's a good thing for you guys because Aubameyang's not going to be here.
Yeah, you can go play for his country, Gabon, whatever, and get COVID, and then he'll be gone for even longer. It's okay.
Fantastic.
He'll recover. He'll be fine. It's just
it's a new strain over there, though. It's a new strain over in Africa. So it might be out for longer, Steve.
Oh wow, wonderful stuff. We can score some goals now.
Steve's gonna send him that envelope when he opens it. He's gonna catch it. But look, we're another game. Look, just going quickly through some of these other results. Norwich 0, Wolves 0. Wolves very inconsistent this season. I mean, they've been up and down, beating some teams that they shouldn't be. They're dropping points. Kev, did they get a shot on target this? Did they get a shot on target in this game? Don't even want to know.
When you say Wolves, just move straight on.
Okay, we'll move straight on. Well, we've got
ban with them.
We've got Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard, 2 from 2, mate. 2 from fucking 2, Stevie.
And that's a great result. Crystal Palace at home. Palace at home. That's a great result for Aston Villa. He's come in with some impact. 2 games now.
I'm hearing Steve.
Maybe he can finally win a title.
Yeah, Steve. I'm hearing Gerrard. You know, he was a better midfielder. Now he's a better coach than Vieira. I mean,
you know what? Look, Vieira's having a hard time.
Don't tick him off. Don't tick him off. But he was a better player, they're saying, Steve.
Vieira's having a hard time. If you're talking about on the pitch, Gerrard ain't got shit. But if we're talking at the moment, we got to give Gerrard some credit.
Well, that's what they're saying, Steve. They're saying even as a player, he was better, and now he's a coach. There it is. Got him.
As a player, he wouldn't know what a fucking player is. If you want a fucking player, go check out Patrick Vieira. That's a fucking player. I can see
the rage now. It comes through clear with Steve now. I know where it's coming from.
Fucking Gerrard
look.
Vieira.
Steve,
That's fucking bullshit, mate. It's like fucking comparing the Nemanja Matic to fucking Patrick Vieira and telling me Nemanja Matic is fucking
100%. He's won more titles.
Fuck off, fucking Steven Gerrard.
Matic has won more titles.
On a shelf, mate.
Look, to end the convo, I'm just going to say Paul Scholes, but brought you on to the next game.
Yeah, but has I think Matic has won Champions League. Has Vieira won Championship?
You want to compare Patrick Vieira to a midfielder? There's only one midfielder, and we all know who that's going to be.
I know,
Come on.
Roy Keane.
You guys are United fans. You know what I'm going to say.
Roy Keane.
That is it.
Oh,
those two guys.
McTominay.
Those two guys, you cannot compare. Lampard maybe. Okay. Lampard maybe, because Lampard had that fucking, I'm going to crack you and still try and score a goal.
Nah, not Roy Keane.
Anyways,
Not
Villa
Roy
did
Keane,
win.
Gerrard.
Villa won. That's where we're getting at, I think, before Steve went.
That's what we're getting at. Gerrard.
Villa.
Yeah, we beat them too. Anyway.
Yeah, but Gerrard wasn't in. Gerrard wasn't at the helm, mate. But look, Steve, Brighton, a team that you couldn't beat, and Leeds. But what? Their manager's not having it. He's about to kick on. He's about to kick on. The fans booing the Brighton coach or the Brighton players, and he had a few words to say at the end of the game, bro. He's what he was saying. He doesn't understand the booing. He goes, maybe
no respect. I swear to God, no respect.
He goes, maybe I should have a history lesson on this club because we're sitting 8th in the Premier League, which
This
is true.
generation, I swear, this generation.
Those Brighton fans got to open their bloody eyes. Because to be perfectly honest, look at the games that they've taken points. Look at the games. Look what they've done. If they had someone who could finish, they'd be up somewhere.
And they lost a lot of players too, bro. They lost players as well. And injuries at the start of the season. So where they are now is not too bad. It's not too bad.
11 points with United. Jesus Christ.
That's our level, bro.
I get it.
Maybe the Brighton fans should have a look at the table.
But there's also 11 teams underneath them. There's 11 teams who aren't at that level. That's the point. There's from a Brighton perspective, I think overachieved at the moment.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're expecting from their team. I don't know what expectations they've done in the past. They expect better than what they're doing right now.
When you play
for the Premier League,
when you support,
what the deal was this season.
If you support Brighton, it's survival. Let's survive. And then if we can get anything extra, fantastic. That's Brighton.
You know what? They're probably looking up at Brentford and thinking, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, but at the same time... Go on, Kev. Go on, mate.
Sorry, I was just going to say, it might be a growing frustration because they haven't won one in 5 games, right? So they're in a bit of a patch. They've drawn 3, lost 2, but I think one of them was Sevilla and the other one might have been, I think maybe Liverpool, can't remember. But I think that's maybe where the frustration comes from. But still, God, 18 points. You're on 18 points.
Brighton. We're not talking about Tottenham or Everton. We're talking about Brighton. I don't get what the problem is here.
Yeah, they drew to Liverpool. They drew to Liverpool that game. They lost the City and they lost to Villa. Okay, they drew to Newcastle, but wasn't it like a 3-0? No, it was 1-0 that game. 1-0 and then 0 to Norwich. Which which they should have won, but I think they're thereabouts with that level. So I don't know. Brighton fans should be a little bit more happier, mate. To be honest, let's be.
Yeah,
but look,
absolutely.
Another game that we spoke about Everton. I think maybe on the last podcast. But it's not looking great for them, bro. It's not looking great. They were doing that. I don't think they've won since they beat United or they drew with United. That was like round 4 or something. I don't think they've. I'm not sure if they even won, bro. Let me quickly have a look at some of these.
That's a good point, bro.
The last,
the
last 5
injuries, but
the last 5 they've lost 4, drawn 1, and now lost this one as well. So lost 5, drawn 1. That's Everton, right? And
but no, they didn't have Richarlison for a while. They haven't had Calvert-Lewin for a while. Doucouré just came back. Like they've been missing some players.
But Kev, you're losing you're losing 5-2 to Watford.
But that was 2-2 up until the last.
But
minutes, 20 minutes.
But a team like them with a manager, everyone talks about how important a manager is to a club. You got Rafa Benitez. I mean, maybe it's his tactics that it will take time to embed into the squad. Maybe. I don't think injury. I think they still got. They got a better team than the likes of Newcastle's and your Brightons and all that. You expect these guys to take the points. Last year Everton were killing it. All right, they had a different manager, but this season as well, I think they were doing well at the start of the season. They were flying, and now all of a sudden they've dropped. Maybe their fans are the ones that should be booing, not Brighton. But
I think their fans were booing from the moment the appointment was made. Benitez
Well,
anyway.
there you
but
go.
like,
Yeah,
Look, Brentford, bro. Brentford getting the result. It was a sweet chin music by Andres Townsend that gave away a penalty, which they had to check, had to review that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Ivan Toney boys puts the penalty away nicely. They get the
cool,
result.
calm, collected, my friend.
Yep.
Cool, calm,
Good for
collected.
the
One step,
fantasy.
bang.
Good for the
Yeah, he
fantasy
literally
points as well.
stood behind the ball and just one step, boom.
Good for the fantasy points, absolutely. But absolutely there, Kev. Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
But look, we had City, bro. Manchester City in snowy Etihad,
I
bro.
couldn't keep up with the ball, man. I was lost.
It was hard, eh? It was hard. It was hard.
Is
Well,
the ball
Tottenham-
there? I see players dribbling, but I can't see a ball. So it's like
It's like
I was
FIFA
watching a
glitching.
trail. Yeah. I was watching a trail of the snow and it was just going this way, that way. Oh, yeah, the ball was there. But I got to say, man, even in the snow or whatever the conditions were, the way they just moved that ball, geez, like seriously, they're
like
just a
training session.
machine.
It's a training
It's a
session.
machine.
Always.
I was like, what the hell is this? And it was like, you know what? We'll pull the trigger when we want. It was just like, we'll just wait. And then they did bang, 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 bang. That ball, I don't know who played it. Might have been Cancelo. The one that played it, he played it across field.
Yeah, I think so.
For the eventual cross. My God, I think it might have been Cancelo.
He's been doing it. He's been doing
him.
it the last couple of weeks, bro. He's been smashing it.
My God, what a ball!
He's been one of the best players in the Premier League this season. He's amazing, man. What a player.
Yeah.
So informed. But like you're saying, bro, absolute control of the whole game. Just the way they took the ball back. West Ham were just chasing. And it was just so controlled.
you know-
Even their goals were team-built goals across goal, boom, side foot in. Like it wasn't like
Passing it into the back.
Yeah,
of
it was just football. Like they just played football. I honestly feel like I know the result was 2-1. They scored in the last minute, West Ham. But whenever they play, I felt like this when they versus us. Obviously, it feels like they're at a training session and they got another team that's just there for their training session. That's what it feels like all the time. Like it's just the way they play.
Yeah, but you got to give credit a little bit to West Ham, bro, because they weren't as bad as what maybe we're kind of making it out to be. I think they were still organised.
No.
Because the way City played, if they played like that against us, forget it. And they did that in the snow, like you guys were saying, right? It's like, and West Ham, I think this season, bro, they've been. You got to give them credit, bro. What David Moyes has been doing.
Top four.
And you look at before coming into this game, if you look at the form guide, what's that? The last 5 between Man City and West Ham. The last 5 games they played, not with each other, just in the Prem, they've 4 wins and 1 loss to both teams. So you're looking at West Ham keeping up with City in terms of the form guide and they've had some
West
tricky.
Ham dropped the worst points the other day. Like I can't remember who they dropped
Wolves
points
to
to.
Wolves, 1-0 to Wolves. There you go.
I'm like, that's why I can't remember.
I know how much you love Wolves.
Nah.
Yeah.
But look, but then again, look at the run they had before that, bro. Yeah, if you look at the run they had towards City going into the City game, they beat Everton, beat Spurs, they beat Villa, heavy defeat there, beat Liverpool, and then it was like 1-0 to the Wolves game. So they're not doing too bad. They're not doing too bad. West Ham, like Rami was saying, their Lanzini, fantastic goal at the end. We're talking about it off camera a little bit.
What a
cracker
goal.
of a goal. It ruined my fantasy points with Diaz in the back there. But do you know, man, what can you do? Little too late for West Ham. Before we get into the United Chelsea, we had Leicester and Watford. Steve, where's James Maddison? There he is, brother. There he is. What are you telling me, yeah?
Oh, what a terrible...
One goal,
what a
2
gift.
assists. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, wonderful. And how many games in are we? How many games in before he showed up?
That's all
How
right.
many?
But he's here.
Where's he been?
Better late.
On the piss? Is
Better-
he still getting me that
better late
fucking
than
pie?
never, mate.
And he's just come back.
Yeah.
James Maddison, most overrated player out there.
But he changes your whole team, Steve. Overrated, most overrated. He changes
To
your...
what? To shit?
Bro,
shit.
he's better than
changed my
ESR.
team to shit.
He's better than ESR and
He's better
Odegaard.
than ESR.
And Odegaard, yes.
He's better than ESR and Odegaard.
Yes.
He played one game where he
Yes.
played decent, and he's better than ESR and Odegaard.
Yes.
That guy isn't good enough to freaking shine boots for those 2 players.
Bro.
You
Nah,
understand?
He's not. He's not.
I'm going to take James Maddison tomorrow, and I'm going to make him come clean my bloody car because that's all he's fucking good for, mate. And you know what? He probably only do a half decent
Hey,
job.
there's nothing
mate.
wong with cleaning
Oh,
cars,
useless, mate.
Steve.
I was about to say.
Wouldn't do it as good as you, sweetheart.
We're gonna plug it.
No, because I do it in the bikini. That's why. What's it called? The mankini. There we
Another
go.
man.
That's why my jobs are better, bro. But look, you got to give him credit,
We'll
bro.
give him some credit now. We have to give him some credit.
But not just them. They've had a poor season altogether, bro. Not just Maddison himself.
It's not just him. I just don't like him. That's what it is. It's personal. He
you don't like him because we link him to your club.
I'll buy him a jersey. I'll buy him Maddison jersey for you next season. When he joins Arsenal.
I'll just flame the thing up, man. We'll dance around it. Like
how are you gonna burn an Arsenal jersey, Steve? How are you gonna do that? How are you burning an Arsenal jersey, bro? It's embarrassing.
You put Madison on an Arsenal jersey.
When he's going to sign, bro. Anymore. Okay, so what's it going to be? We'll see.
You're degrading it. United jersey.
Let's push for this move, boys. Let's push for this move. But they did well. They did well to get the goal. Some good goals too, bro. Some good goals too. They came back into it at Watford with the penalty, and Didi, bit silly, I reckon, to give away a penalty there. Not needed, but King puts that away. They changed up penalty takers from last week, where Sa missed 2 in a row, back to back. But look, other than that, let's get into the Man United Chelsea, or should I say Chelsea Man United. Look, Chelsea have been in some cracker form, just coming off a pumping of who was it, Juve in the Champions League. 4-0 there, 4-0. You can say what you want about Juve, and maybe not the same players, different coaches, different season, whatever. But at the end of the day, it is Juve, right? They got the job done there. And look, let's be honest. I don't know what the rest of the boys were, how they were feeling before the game. Honestly, Steve, I was telling you, I'm like, I can't be bothered. Not I can't be bothered, but I'm just not looking forward to this game. I know Oli just got sacked. We comfortable. You can say a little bit of a comfortable victory against Villarreal to go through to the Champions League, but the way Chelsea have been the last couple, or this season pretty much, and the way they've been finishing teams off, even without any strikers, it was already worrying. And we don't know Varane, no Maguire for whatever that's worth, and coming into the game, no Luke Shaw, and then seeing the lineup.
We got a point because we were missing Maguire.
You never know. You could have cleared.
Playing with you were playing with 11 men.
Yeah, but Maguire could have cleared that header away. He could have cleared that header away, and there'll never be a pen. But look, regardless, like I said, whatever it's worth, these players were out, and I wasn't too confident, to be honest, bro, going into this game. I didn't think we'll get slapped up, but I just didn't see us getting the win, bro. I really didn't. Boys, Kev, Rami, how did you see this one, man? How did you think it went for us?
Look, to be honest with you, man, you will laugh, but I was talking to my dad about this, and you know how my dad is bought when it comes to football in United. But we both actually said we don't reckon we're gonna lose. We actually thought we'd draw. My dad actually thought we'd win. New man, like, in all honesty, I think because the whole refreshment of, all right, Ollie's out, new team, fresh start, different, I guess, perspective, maybe the way Carrick's going to approach it. I don't know. I think players like Pogba and that being out kind of benefits us. And I don't know, like, obviously Ronaldo didn't, play this game either. So it was going to offer something different. It was a very different kind of setup. We played the false 9 in Bruno Fernandes, and it was all about Rashford and Sancho going in the counter. I thought watching the game, I thought we should have got slapped. Very lucky we didn't. Personally, some key chances in the game. I'm like, how De Gea's save, I don't know how your leg can bend that way and what kind of human can do that. It's freakish. The way he saves with his legs is not normal. But look, in saying that, Bruno lobbed it up forward. Big mistake at the back. Obviously, he was holding his head, Jorginho. And, Sancho was cool, calm, collected, put it away. And if there's any player in the team I want to score more than anyone else in the team, it's Sancho.
Say that again, Rami. Say that again. Say that again. Cool, calm, collective. Not like what's his name? Thomas Sorensen chatting shit, saying he's a flop of the season. Come outside.
You know what killed me about the goal, Butch? The whole time Rashford's offside asking for the ball.
Yeah, I was.
Was he offside? Was he offside?
The whole time.
He's in front of him. The whole time. He's in front of him like,
whole way.
I'm like, bro, you're offside. Thank God that's why he shot. If Rashford is onside, Sancho's passing that. I'll tell you that much.
But you know what?
I think so.
Yeah.
The whole way he was offside. I'm like, what?
You got to remember, when you're running with the ball and when you're not running with the ball, they're two different paces. They're two different speeds, right? And Rashford, you just 1 second, just jink your run a little bit, and you'd end up behind him. And watching the replay of the goal, he was not lucky to score, but like it could have gone wrong really easily. It could have gone really, really wrong because Chelsea defenders started to catch him, and had he played the ball square, one, he was either offside, or two, he might not have made it. So it was
and we know how solid Mendy's been this season, one of the best. So
dude, like
it could have been very risky. But Kev, I want to ask you something. How did you feel about Tellez playing in the left back role instead of Shaw?
Do you want me to answer it? Because the last time we spoke about Luke Shaw ended up in hospital.
In all honesty, how do you feel about Tellez, like in that role? How did you feel? Instead of talking about Shaw, how did you feel Tellez played in that role in this game?
Probably the wrong game for me to touch on. But okay, this is what I'll say. I don't think he's the answer for Manchester United, right? But I think neither is Luke Shaw. Like I think
we heard Ralph say it in his interview. Obviously,
there was that, but like I think similar to what I will say is that Luke Shaw has been a better player since Tellez arrived because it created competition. Except for this season. This season, I can't back Luke Shaw. Like whether he's had injury or whether he's not fully fit or whatever the situation may be, he wasn't as good as what he was last season. Right. Yeah. So then giving Tellez an opportunity, I'm all for it. And whether that's injury, suspension, whatever it may be, if anything, I'm hoping to see Luke Shaw from last season come back into the team and earn his spot there. Because I think what's not working, and I've seen him mix up plenty of times this season, and you can blame either player, but the Maguire-Shaw thing is not working. That left centre back pairing is not working for whatever reason, whether or not Maguire needs to get a right centre back and Varane left centre back, whatever, or however you want to do it. But I just think those two, they always miscommunication, always getting in each other's way. And I can't blame Shaw because Maguire's been horrible. If I was to rate the two of them, Maguire's been worse than Shaw has been.
Maguire's been worse than that. Yeah.
As for Tellez, look, job done. Do I think he's a permanent guy that should take over from Shaw? No. But if it creates competition for those two guys, look at what's happened at Arsenal, in their defensive ranks. You know what I mean? Like Tierney doesn't get back in. And hopefully the same sort of thing with Man United, where it creates that competition, and we need it for the right side as well. Because I don't think Deleuze is giving enough competition for Wan-Bissaka, and you couldn't slot one of the centre backs into right back. So I'm just a fan of Tellez because I get excited when he crosses the ball because his crossing I think is a lot better than Luke Shaw's, but he gets found out defensively for me.
Yeah. To get the best of both worlds, it's hard.
Like you can't. And like on the other side, Wan-Bissaka can't cross.
Amazing at defending, and then exactly right. Can't
cross the ball, right? But then you're hoping if Sancho plays on the right, just give it to Sancho, let him do the rest. You know what I mean? You just sort of sit back and
it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see now when Ralph does come in. Hasn't yet officially been announced, but when it does, I'll make a video on that. We'll make a video on that, breaking that down and what we kind of expect and what we think and what we kind of want to see from maybe this new Man United team that we think there's going to be a lot more promise, especially in the back room and the structure of the club, the way some footballing decisions are made. We'll make sure we all touch on that. But looking at this game, I don't think Tellez. I'm a little bit with Kev. Like at the moment, this one game doesn't prove anything to me that Tellez is the guy or Luke Shaw is the guy. You never know. Like especially with Ralph coming in, maybe he's gonna change it up. Maybe he needs someone else there. Maybe maybe both of them are not the right guys. January's around the corner. Maybe he might want to get someone in. You never know. I still, even in the right back position, I don't think Delo is not anything. I don't think he's better than Wan-Bissaka. Definitely not defensively. But I wouldn't be surprised.
On loan. Wasn't he on loan?
Yeah.
At AC?
Yeah, whatever the situations were with the club, on loan, off loan, we're signing you, we want you, but then I'm not playing you. All that stuff is out the window now. Ollie is no longer here. So it's kind of a fresh start from everyone. So I think everyone's trying to put in a shift. Go on.
I was going to ask you, do you think that the way that obviously Carrick set up, he set a deep 3 centre mids sat deeper, obviously, because you jeopardised the forward. Did that kind of affect Chelsea's 5 at the back? You know how they play their wing backs going forward all the time. Did that somehow? Because I saw Fred and McTominay, their role was to kind of block out your Alonso's and James coming forward, and that was the whole point of having the 3. I don't know.
I don't know. To me, I think Fred played more in the 8 role, and I think he wasn't the. I wouldn't say he was he was actually better than he was playing in the 6, because in the 6 he looks completely lost. I predict that with Ralph Rangnick coming in, Fred, believe it or not, might become a better player, because that system and that philosophy that he likes to play suits a player like Fred. But then I don't think McTominay is good enough, bro. I'm sorry, he's good. I think he's decent for a squad rotation. Yeah, a good squad rotation player. We need you here. We need you now. Quick little sub cameo. Yeah, he can do a job. But to be starting, McTominay is not the guy, and we're seeing in this game too. Like what do you do? Like what? And Fred lately has been getting involved. Like you look at Champions League for the Ronaldo goal. He's the one that's pressing. Fred's the one that is the guy pressing to win the ball back. He's been doing it the last couple of games. Now, okay, we don't like that combination. I still don't see why we're playing him. Last week or in the Champions League, Van der Beek looked. Do I need to say how he looked? He looked decent. He looked great. Do you know what I mean?
He came on with so much energy.
That's what I mean, bro. And like, how do you come on? Yeah.
And you know what kills me? And I've seen, you know how people put their predictions on lineups. Seeing that Fred and Donny together in that midfield role with the style that Ralph plays, like you say, Borche, to me it sounds so exciting. But would he play it or not? And you know what amazed me in this game? The veteran Matic again, like he put in a good shift this game, man.
Yeah, but he's hot and cold too, bro. Because
he was rubbish last week.
Against Watford was horrible, but it's on and off.
Absolutely, it was horrible.
Like I think some of these players, because what we might see with Ralph is a 4-2-2-2 formation. We might play like that. Might get the best out of some players. I think Pogba plays really good in that style, the 4-2-2-2, 4-2-2, whatever, however you want to call it. But it'll be interesting. Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see. But in terms of this game, Rami, I think you were spot on, bro. Like, we could have been out of this game once again, nice and early. Chelsea could have got 1, 2, maybe 3. There was a Rudiger hit the crossbar. I think David De Gea might have got a touch on it too.
Yeah, he got a hand. Yeah, got a hand.
Yeah, fingertips on it.
Foot save, the fingertip save. Yeah, he's been
doing well. Yeah, that's it. But like,
I reckon he has been our best player this season, if you're my opinion.
But and that tells you we've got a problem.
Yeah. That's and we've eaten so many goals. We ate 4 goals against Watford. He still played good. That's what I don't get. Like that's how bad our team is at the moment.
Yeah, 8 goals.
Hey, as a neutral, how did you feel about the game going into the United Chelsea? What was your prediction? How did you feel the game went out?
You know, at the start, when I first saw it, I thought United are going to get pumped. But no shit. I kept on looking at your squad. I kept on looking at them on paper. No shit. The Saturday, I went and grabbed a coffee.
Here we
go. And we were sitting there talking to a Liverpool supporter. And I said, I can see a draw. And he goes, are you crazy? I said, no, I can see a bloody draw. He goes, why is that? I go, because new manager, they've got the players. I can see it happening. He goes, and honestly, today I went and grabbed another coffee. He goes, I predicted the score of Arsenal 2-0, but whatever, But I can see a draw in it.
I don't think it's got anything to do with the manager, bro. The whole lot should be all got. I don't know. Personally, I don't know what. I don't know what character should be.
How these players play on how their mood is. They're idiots. Like, they got to be professionals. They got to play for the bad.
Yeah, but they haven't really played.
I thought Eric Bailly was. Sorry to cut you off. I thought Eric Bailly was going to come in, right? And I know he's not rated, but I kind of don't mind him.
I've always rated him. Personally,
I think we all rated him. He's just injury prone.
Always.
He's quick.
His problem is his injury on and off. That's his problem. That's the problem.
He's fit. And I thought Maguire's not going to be there. So they're going to play with a full squad now. They're not down a man. They've got so much weight up front. I can see a draw here. I could see it happening.
We saw it, though. We saw a few weeks ago. We saw Bailly and Varane together, and it looked magical. The two of them together as a centre-back partnership. Like, right now, we're playing...
Varane will probably pull his head in, tell him where to move.
Varane and Bailly together, their work rate and how fast they and how they can work, they were great together. And the thing is, we versus Chelsea and drew 1-1 to Chelsea in their home ground with, let's be honest, Bailly hasn't been starting for us, and Lindelof isn't a starting centre-back for us this year. So, like,
makeshift backline. Makeshift.
Yeah. So I'll take the 1 point, believe it or not.
No, before we let's talk about this penalty. Right now, for me, to be honest, I've seen them given, and I can understand why it's given. But the fact that they're not looking into that, Wan-Bissaka was not going in for a challenge or a tackle; he was clearing the ball. Silva just sticks a leg out. Like, what is this? Is this what we're doing here? Last year, Liverpool copped it when Welbeck did the same thing to Robinson. You're nowhere near the ball. You're not going to win the ball. You stick your leg out. Robinson kicks Welbeck, and it's a pen. Let's be real. Remember when Kante did that to Martial? I think it was last season. No penalty. So what? Like, it's very inconsistent, bro. Like, I just don't understand how his eyes were on the ball. He was gonna clear it. He wasn't like he was lashing out. He didn't even see him there. Like, that should have been looked at.
But this comes down, Borcha, to intent versus he actually took him out.
Yeah, but then what was it then? Like, you look at the intent. Was the intent to
It's a
kick?
50-50.
Intent wasn't there. The intent wasn't there. That's what I'm
He
saying.
was going for the ball. The legs just stuck out. Look, at the same time,
But
I can
in saying
understand.
that, yeah,
And I can
exactly.
see it's
I think
very
this
harsh.
season though, they've ruled them all the same this season. I think they've been pretty consistent with that this season.
Well, they have to think about
It's not right.
Townsend's
Do I agree?
fucking.
I don't think so.
They have
I
to
don't
think
agree with
about.
it, but
They have to think about Townsend's sweet chin music. In the
look,
same round.
that's, you know.
But no, I get it.
maybe they just
No,
want
but
to
I
see-
understand.
No.
I
Yeah,
understand. Like, when they gave it, and then I looked at the replay, I thought to myself, it's harsh. It's very, very harsh. That's like borderline. Do I want to ruin this game or not? Kind of by the ref. You know what I mean? Do I give a penalty? Because if I don't, everyone's fine with it, and if I do, everyone's fine with it. So it's a win-win for the referee. But because I think because he gave it straight away, if he didn't give it, if he doesn't give it, then it's what do they say? It's not it's not a.
Well, it's not in favour. It's what they do is with VAR, they go with the ref's decision if it's inconclusive.
Yeah.
Right. So if you can't prove that he actually made a mistake, so if he didn't give it, they can't go back and go, oh, it's definitely a pen because it's not clear that it's a pen.
Yeah, clear and obvious.
Because he gave it, because he gave a pen, they're like, well, we can't really say it's not. So
that's the thing. But look, it was a bit harsh, bro. To be honest, that pen, but whatever. They scored that.
I've seen it, and I'd be yelling for a pen as well if it was United. You know what I mean? Like,
of course. I'll yell for anything to be a pen, but a bird will be flying there, and I'll yell for a penalty if it's United.
Bird shits on your player's mouth. Pen. Shout out Ashley Young, but like,
where's everyone watching the big game this Friday morning?
Friday morning, mate, in the comfort of the cave. I don't know, at home, mate, at home. Nowhere near Steve. I'll be on his Instagram to see what he's saying after.
We'll do it live. Half time. We'll do an Insta live.
I don't know, but I don't know.
How quality is that, man?
I don't know if you
love that. It's 7:15 on a Friday. I love that. That's brilliant. That's
time,
magic.
I can make it happen. So I'm going to make that happen.
I'm going to be working here. My TV's there. While I'm working, TV's on. Happy days, bro.
I don't start till 10. So I've got time to calm down if shit goes wrong. You know,
I'll be watching it on my way to work. We're back in the office. It's December.
There you go.
December.
There you go. But look, all in all, I think the United game, you could look at it both ways. Chelsea may be lucky to get a penalty, get the result. United lucky to get the result in terms of the chances that Chelsea had. To be honest, like I say, win your home games, at least draw your away. And guess what? We've got the draw. It's not what we wanted because if you look at our last 7 results have been shocking. 1 win in the last, 7 games, 8 games. It's been 8 bad.
Games, yeah.
1 win, but that was against Spurs.
But entering this game, you look at it now as after it's done, it's 1 point for United, but 2 points lost for Chelsea.
Oh, you're cheering now. You're cheering now. I think you're
Chelsea
get
are spewing. Chelsea's spewing after all the teams that have beat United that they couldn't beat United, and United looking at Chelsea like you guys have smacked everyone. We got a point from you. Although it's weird to say that because we're Man United. No matter what, we're Man United, and no matter what, it's never nice to say that. But in the way of the season's panning out, like you take the 1 point. Unfortunately, I hate
at
that I've stood
moment,
this low, but I take the 1 point.
Well, that's the reality of what's going on at the moment, bro. It's like it is what it is. Our manager's gone now, and that's we can speak about the board and leaving it too late. Maybe they should have done this earlier. Who knows? Let's see what now Ralph comes in and does. I don't know if he's going to be there for the Arsenal game. There's work permits and all this stuff happening, so I'm not sure. So it might be Carrick, Steve. You might be lucky. Carrick and Arteta. Who was the better midfielder? We can talk about who's the better manager and midfielder over there as well. Do you know what I mean?
We don't do that. Arteta wasn't much special. That's not
Yeah,
competition. Bro.
exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest. No,
Yeah, of course.
But look,
we're not
guys.
talking player here.
We'll do.
That's an obvious one.
Yes.
We'll do the other one was obvious, wasn't it? But anyway,
Fuck off.
but look, guys, we'll wrap it up there. We'll do. Steve, I'll do another preview for the Arsenal Man United game. We'll make sure we'll get a video out there for that, and then a review for just that game on its own. But yeah, guys, make sure you go check out Steve's channel. Like I said, he's brand new to the YouTube game. Just started this season. The Aussie Gooner on Instagram, on YouTube as well. Get him on Instagram and just send him some little things that he can bite at. You know what I mean? He might smash a TV or two. He might get at you. But Steve, thanks for joining. Rami, the forgotten man, we need you back more often, bro. You need to make these cameo appearances.
The prodigal son has returned.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then I got KG in the building. Kev, like always, thanks for joining. Congratulations on your A-League show. You're doing well. Some great content there as well, bro.
Mate. She's
Killing it.
Yeah,
Killing it.
Seem to be everywhere nowadays, but it's all right.
Yeah, you're bouncing,
I'm
little
surprised
slut, bro. Little slut, bouncing from
for a while.
bouncing from
I was
channel to
trying get
channel,
out of it.
bouncing from channel to channel, bro. Holding
As you do, mate.
holding
As
the
you do.
football capital mic for too many fucking broadcasters. You know what I mean? What's going on?
That's all right. Always repping. Always
Always
repping.
repping. Yeah, but like always, guys, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave your comments below, and we'll catch you in the next one.